Making a non-contact thermometer. We have 3 parts. Instructor, I'm Hyung-Joon Hwang. You can call me June. Because of COVID-19, we need non-contact thermometer. A thermometer is a simple temperature measuring tool. Let's assemble a non-contact thermometer. MDF frame, battery case, pop-in cable, temperature sensor, Codewiz board. Please align the parts accurately and assemble without gaps by applying force by hand. If you feel that the cable is short, try again to fit the pieces correctly. Let's learn about basic sensors used in non-contact thermometers. Connect to Codewiz. Connect Codewiz with your coding school program to use sensor block. First, connect the Codewiz to the computer using the cable included in the Codewiz basic kit. Let's look at the button sensor. The Codewiz blocks is created only when the Codewiz board is connected. You can control the button sensor. Codewiz blocks, the button sensor block. Let's use the button sensor. Put a forever block to keep checking if the button is pressed. Write code so that the color of the wizard hat changes when the left button is pressed. The change color effect and clear graphic effect blocks are located in the looks. To see the result on your computer's monitor, click the Codewiz program block at the top of the code. Click the left button of Codewiz to check if the color of the hat changes. Check the color change. Connector with a cable. This cable connect with the Codewiz board, and I click the button. So connect and connect Codewiz. Okay, and here, so you see the connect. Codewiz program. Control forever. If else. Codewiz. Left button. Looks. Change color effect. And clear graphic effect. This is the code. I click the program, and so here, so I click the left button. So left button. So can you see the color effect? Okay. Let's get to know OLED. The Codewiz board has an OLED. OLED is on the screen attached to the board. You can print text, figures, images, etc. The screen is 128 horizontal and 64 vertical. Center 63 and 31. Let's use OLED. Before using OLED, be sure to put on initialization block, put on forever block to keep checking if the button is pressed. The OLED control blocks are in the Codewiz. Let's print a message in the OLED screen by changing the blank number at the OLED cursor position. Codewiz program. OLED init OLED and control forever. If else, Codewiz left button, OLED print string, clear OLED. This is the code. Click the program. So here, click. So here 63 and 31. Click. Okay. The center start. Let's take a look at the non-contact temperature sensor. Non-contact temperature sensor is a sensor that measures the temperature of an object surface using infrared rays at a close distance. It measures in the range of about -70 degree to 380 degree Celsius. Connect the non-contact temperature sensor and Codewiz using the SCON 4-pin connector. Pay attention to the part where the line is connected. Let's use the non-contact temperature sensor. Click the EXT menu and Codewiz, with input, and with infrared thermometer. Trying using the non-contact temperature sensor block referring to the code above. First, initialize the OLED, put on block that outputs the temperature value to the OLED. Since the position of the OLED is not separately set, the temperature value is output at 0, 0. Click the Codewiz program block at the top of the code to see the result on your computer's monitor. Place an object near the non-contact temperature sensor to see if the temperature value output to the OLED changes. Let's write a code that prints the current temperature to the OLED every time the left button is pressed using the wait until block. Extend menu, Codewiz, with input, with infrared thermometer. Okay. You see the with infrared thermometer, you blocks the category, and Codewiz program, OLED, init OLED, and control forever, clear OLED, print string, infrared, read temperature. So the code, and you see the temperature on OLED. Codewiz program, init OLED, control forever, wait until, Codewiz, left button, clear OLED, Codewiz program, and here, so button, so you can see the value. Let's code a non-contact thermometer. Let's find out how it works. initialize OLED and buzzer. Since it is a project using OLED and buzzer, put on block to initialize each sensor. Printing a message telling you to press the left button on OLED. Press the left button and waiting until the left button is pressed for the measurement to take place. When the left button is pressed, it clears the OLED and sounds a buzzer to prepare to measure the temperature. Preparing for temperature measurement. A non-contact temperature sensor can measure the temperature more accurately when the object is within a certain distance. So put a code that waits until the distance from the object is less than 5 cm. When the distance is less than 5 cm, a buzzer sounds to indicate that the distance is getting closer. To use a non-contact temperature sensor, click the EXT menu on the menu bar to add a non-contact temperature sensor. Display the temperature measured by the non-contact temperature sensor on the OLED. Since the temperature measurement is finished, set it to be able to measure the temperature again. If you press the left button, you can repeat the blocks in the loop from the beginning. Put a button that waits for the button to be released to prevent the button being detected multiple times. This is all the code from the beginning to the end. It must be uploaded for standalone use without a cable connection. When you have finished writing the code, click the Turn on Arduino Mode menu in the Edit menu of Coding School. Click the Upload button in the Sketch window on the right to upload the code. Edit, Arduino Mode, Upload. If an error occurs when uploading in Arduino mode, make sure your computer is Windows 10 and 64-bit. Arduino mode upload works when Windows 10, 64-bit or higher. And if an error occurs even in Windows 10, 64-bit, please install the following file: exp32liv.exe.
Codewiz program. Init OLED. Init passive buzzer. Control forever. Clear OLED. Codewiz. Clear OLED. Set OLED text size. OLED cursor. Print string, and this one we copy and Ctrl V, paste, and like this. Number 2, 43, and push, and number same, so we lit, and next one 43, 20, left, 30, 40, button, and wait until left button, Codewiz, clear OLED, clear OLED, passive buzzer, wait until, control, wait until, operation, Codewiz, read distance sensor, play passive buzzer, E. OLED, X size, cursor, 23, 25, and print string, temperature, control, wait until, operation, wait until, this, and Codewiz, left button, left button. Let's check. Codewiz, init OLED, and one more, clear OLED, clear OLED, and init passive buzzer. However, clear OLED, text size 2, cursor 43, 0, push 43, 20, left 30, 40, button, wait until, left button, clear OLED, passive buzzer C44, distance sensor T44, text size 3, cursor 23, 25, print, temperature, left button, okay, on. So let's test.
Okay, this is code. So click the program here. So you can see the sound and the left button and so you see the temperature. Good. Edit Arduino mode on and upload. After uploading, you can operate this temperature tool without the cable. So upload is completed. This is non-contact thermometer, battery case on off. So here the Codewiz and the button and sensor. And now we test power on, and you can see push left button. So I push the left button, and so sensor like this. Okay, you can see the degree, temperature degree, and the click the left button again, and it on the start.